All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much, my people, for your time with us today. All right, we're back again. I understand that some of you might be surprised why we started early. Yes, sometimes we have to start early like this, especially when we have a very, very special announcement that we need to pass on. As we speak right now, as you can see right there on the screen, NADECO, National Democratic Coalition, they will be speaking to Nigerians right now. So I'm going to put you guys through on the Twitter space straight away. Remember, since the Supreme Court passed a judgment, NADECO have not really addressed people this way officially. So let's listen to what they're going to talk about today. As you all know, the situation that is currently going on in Nigeria, the suffering, the hardship is piling up every blessed day. So, but Supreme Court have taken a decision. So for me, like I've said before, I lost hope totally. Maybe hope might be uh uh giving today. But let's listen to them and see what they have to say. Please press on the like button if you're just joining us, and let's do this together. I can see a couple of you already join us right here. Sagbovo Kwara, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Mary Forde, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. I appreciate every one of you. May God bless you. Or just press on the like button. More people will join us later, but for now, they are not aware that we are here doing this together. Let's listen to what they have to say here. And God, now God bless you, my people.
Welcome once again. We have Mr. Lloyd here with us. I would love to have your introduction and let the people know who we're about to be hearing from. And Mr. Bruce, thanks for coming. It's actually very humbling to have you on the space because I know you're a very busy person, and having you here to create time and come here and speak to us is valuable. I'll always cherish that. Thank you so much. Mr. Lloyd, thanks for coming. Could you unmute your mic and let us have your intro monologue, please? Thank you.
Hello, I bring you greetings. My name is Lloyd Uku, and I am the Executive Director of NADECO, the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO USA. I am speaking to you from NADECO headquarters here in Washington, D.C., USA. I believe most of you already know NADECO is Nigeria's premier and foremost pro-democracy group dedicated to entrenching democracy, the rule of law, good governance, accountability in Nigeria. NADECO was first formed after June 12, 1993 election in which Chief MKO Abiola won and the election was annulled. Nigerians all across the board, across ethnic lines, across religious lines, across political lines, got together and formed the National Democratic Coalition. It's national, as the name implies, is a coalition, as the name implies as well. And it was later founded in the United States in 1994. And this was when the members were being chased out by the then military dictator, General Sani Abacha. Some of them were assassinated, some were arrested and locked up, and many bad things happened to many of them. And so a lot of them who had the means escaped to West African countries, to Europe, and to America. The team that arrived here in 1994 got together and registered NADECO here in the United States, specifically July 1st, 1994. And at that time, I was the General Counsel. Today, I'm speaking to you as the Executive Director. And in my speech, I will lay out the plans that NADECO has. But NADECO has always had one goal. The goal it had in 1993 was the flushing out of General Sani Abacha, who had mounted the office of the president illegally and illegitimately through the barrel of the gun. Today, 2023, 30 years later, our goal has not changed. But this time, the goal is to flush out Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who did exactly what General Abacha did, but only this time as a civilian. And it's important for us to note that in 1993, Mr. Bola Tinubu was part of us here in the United States fighting to remove Abacha from office simply because he got to that position by force. Today, NADECO is committed to making sure that exactly what we did in 1993 is going to repeat itself. Unfortunately, 30 years later, we did not expect that such a fight would be necessary. But it is what it is right now. And so our goal, singular goal, is to make sure that Tinubu does not remain the president of Nigeria, which he illegally and illegitimately got by fraud. And so most of what you'll be hearing today would basically be towards how we can make sure that he is flushed out along with APC. There is no need for 2027. There's no need for 2031 because those dates not do not exist. They do not mean anything to APC and Mr. Bola Tinubu. There's no need for us to even think about it, that let's give him 4 years to finish. No, there is no 4 years for him to finish. Illegally, and he has to be forced out the way we forced out General Sani Abacha 1993. So that's by way of introduction. And we have speakers like Mr. Bruce Fine, who is going to tell us how we can legally and politically get to our goal. And Mr. Gregory Simpkins also is going to tell us the way to go to achieve I just said to you. Thank you very much. And I must appreciate the individuals that put this thing together, especially Mr. Jimmy for granting and the entire NADECO the opportunity to express views to fellow Nigerians. I greet you and I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We love you too. Let me just recap on what you just spoke about right now. So what happened now is he just spoke about a democratic coup that took place during this last election. That was exactly what happened. And we're doing this deliberately to let people know there's nothing we're doing here that is absolutely illegal, okay? Because the emergence of this political party, the emergence of this current administration is flawed. The emergence of was not constitutional, and it's not an eating thing, and that's the reason why we're doing it on a public platform for people to know that we the Nigerian people, not all Nigerians are docile, not all Nigerians are corrupt, not all Nigerians don't know the right thing to do. We know the right thing to do. We did not put this man there. He stole his way to power. He rigged his way to power, and he single-handedly bought the judicial system of that country. Over 200 million people's lives are at stake. Their freedoms are at stake here. And that's the reason why we're standing our ground. There is nothing more patriotic than what we're doing here. And that's why we're doing it openly, for Tom, Dick, and Harry to know that Nigerian people are fighting back. We're not going to be docile about this. We're not going to be quiet or silent about this. And we keep doing this for God and for country. Thank you so much, Mr. Lord. That was beautiful. Let me just go straight to Mr. Bruce, because he's got limited time. He's got a lot of things to do, but to save time, let me just go straight to him. Welcome, Mr. Bruce. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. You're conducting a wonderful program. Let me not tarry here. Let me begin with a little broader background, I think information that's important. There has never been anything like democracy connected to Nigeria. Not a single African voted on the boundaries of Nigeria. They were all at the end of a barrel of a gun of the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom stole the sovereignty of those who inhabit the territory of Nigeria. The constitution under which you currently are operating was promulgated by a military dictator who didn't receive a single vote. It wasn't subject to any popular referendum. There was no popular input. I've been to Nigerian courtrooms, half a dozen times. There is no indigenous judicial remedies for all of the horrors ongoing in Nigeria. The judiciary is an arm of the executive branch. Under Buhari, it simply ratified whatever he told them to do, and I doubt whether it will be any different with Tinubu. The difference is, I guess, Tinubu probably uses money to buy them off, where Buhari probably threatened to have them disappear. But that's important to understand, that there's never been democracy in Nigeria. When independence came in 1960, was there any popular vote to say, yeah, we want this power handed off to the Nigerian authorities that the British handed it off to? No, the British did it because they thought that the recipients would protect the British financial investment in Nigeria. So that's just the background here. We're trying to have, NADECO really has to build a democracy that has never existed right now. In my view, Nigeria is an illegal state. It has an illegal constitution and illegal boundaries, never ratified by any popular consent. And it's been true at least since the American Declaration of Independence in 1776, that sovereignty is entrusted to the popular will, the consent of the governed. And that's not how it's evolved in Nigeria.
Sorry, Mr. Bruce, let me interject you for a second. Everyone listening to the sound of my voice, please try and Google up Mr. Bruce's name on Google and figure out the person speaking. Is not a novice. He's been around and he knows what he's speaking about. We have a rare gem here speaking. Listen carefully and Google. Just check him out and understand what we're doing here. Thank you so much. Back to you, Mr. Bruce. Sorry about that.
Now, with regard to the specific objective of removing Mr. Tinubu, and remember, it's combined, I think, with an ultimate objective of actually having a real constitution drafted that's tailored to the consent of the governed, which has never happened in Nigeria in 63 years. But the first step is either filing a new or participating in an existing Freedom of Information Act suit seeking to obtain from the FBI, we believe, records that would implicate Mr. Tinubu in serious crimes, including drug trafficking and fraud. That is a very important goal. The existing lawsuit was brought by a reporter. I think everyone on this call has a greater stake in the outcome of that FOIA request than the reporter does, because you live under the tyranny, or you know your families do, of Mr. Tinubu under an illegal constitution. We can either file a new Freedom of Information Act request or participate as what they call as amicus curiae, or interveners in the existing case. But this could be dynamite. It's challenging because I think it will show that the United States, in some sense, has been complicit in covering up Mr. Tinubu's wrongdoing for ulterior, squalid national security motives, access to Nigerian oil or otherwise. Misguided in my view, but that's why the FBI is resisting the disclosure of this information. You'd feel that someone who may be complicit in poisoning the American youth with drugs is not someone who should evoke the protection of the FBI. But anyway, that's one. But in the United States, and I underscore again that in my view, based upon decades of experience, there is no judicial remedy for the tragedy ongoing in Nigeria. It is a hopeless exercise. The judges will always do what the executive branch bribes them, tells them to do. There's no independence there. You all see it every day. But combined with the Freedom of Information Act suit, there has to be what I call a public advocacy campaign. That is, there has to be continuing disclosures, articles, letters, interviews on the media exposing Tinubu for the fraud that he is and the illegitimacy of the dispensation in Nigeria. I mean, it's happened before. I remember when I was in the Reagan administration, Ferdinand Marcos had been president-in-chief of the Philippines for long, long decades, was basically drummed out of office because he also had run, an illegal political campaign. And there was popular revolt against it, but he was ousted, and the Reagan administration, withheld any recognition. And then someone named Aquino was the successor. But public advocacy is a very, very challenging task. You can imagine right now, most of the oxygen is devoted to Gaza, Israel, or Ukraine. We don't control these events, so it has to be sustained. I always advocate a war room where you have a small group of people who know what's going on, meet each morning and find, okay, who's going to do the letters, who's going to do the interviews, who's going to call XYZ, get on these programs, who's going to do the social media. So you have an integrated strategy, and it's not just a one-time affair and everyone will forget about it. I understand everybody on the call recognized that for them, Nigeria and Tinubu is a huge issue. For Americans, if you don't educate them, they probably don't even know who the new president of Nigeria is. So we're competing against other news stories. You remember the United States is not like most other countries. We have like 173 foreign policies, not just one in Nigeria. So it takes skill to make sure that your issue is delivered and commands the attention of the public, because you're able to express it and make the audience engage by referring to things in our own history that are similar to things happening in Nigeria. There's also something that complements the public advocacy campaign, that is working with members of Congress to get any kind of resolutions urging non-recognition of Mr. Tinubu as the president, urging as well. We have something in the United States called the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. Members of Congress have special standing to seek to place on a list that would prevent persons from obtaining visas or having any business or financial connection to the United States if they are engaged in violations of internationally recognized fundamental human rights. And there are 4 committees in Congress that have these exceptional opportunities to list persons. So one way in which we can utilize that option is to get President Tinubu listed on the Global Magnitsky list. And then, of course, if we have resources, how do you get the attention of Congress? Well, sometimes it's your issue, but most organizations have political action committees. They're legal. You can make contributions to campaigns or the independent expenditures. My view of the situation is that it's best to focus on just one or handful of campaigns where you could make Nigeria and Tinubu a major issue. And if you can make an influence, be decisive in the outcome there, then everybody else, the herd instinct, will say, oh, this is really a very hot issue, I want to jump on that issue as well, because it helped X, win the election in that particular district. And the culmination, I say, if we get Tinubu out, we know without changing the Constitution, we're just going to get a new version of Tinubu who will be the successor. You're not going to get George Washington, anything like that. So there needs to be at some point, whether it's a culmination or in parallel to these efforts to remove Tinubu, a method of creating a consensus behind a new constitutional dispensation that creates really genuine, formidable checks and balances, separation of powers, rule of law that's enshrined, that overcomes the enormous deficiencies that have plagued, in my view, Nigeria ever since 1960. So that's the overall map that I see to move forward and advance the mission of NADECO. It obviously takes resources. That the other side will spend everything that they're stealing from you and the oil revenues to try to defend their cushy position, which gives them great wealth and status. So they won't sit idle. I do not think, however, that my experience suggests their vocabulary is limited to 2 words: violence and bribery. They don't know and can't argue anything else. That's why very hard to engage them in actual dialogue, because they don't have anything to say of substance. So, that's basically my message. The last thing I would say is that all of history, including the United States, it all vindicates our statesman Benjamin Franklin's statement: if you don't hang together, you're all going to hang separately. This is a time for unity. We need it in the United States in fighting the British. Every group needs it. The time for internecine battles is after you've gotten your new dispensation, not now. The stakes are too high to waste time and energy on who gets credit, who gets titles, and that kind of thing. That's going to dissipate the unity and make it easier for the incumbent crooks to prevail. So anyway, that's basically my message.
If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, oh. I will show you love, oh. But I know they do competition with anybody. Forgive me, show me love, oh, I go show you love, eh. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me, show me love, oh, I go show you love, oh. Kama bara wa lo nínú ìfẹ́ kan. They do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí o, ẹ fẹ́ jókù. Alákọ̀bí Ṣẹ́gun Nàbí. Alákọ̀bí Sábà Mẹ́la. Anybody? Anybody? Any bobo. Anybody? Mo ló ń fọlú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti finishi. Délé mo ló ń fọlú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.
All right, all right, all right, all right, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much once again for your time with us. Yes, I think we need to move out of the space to continue our own broadcast today. In fact, I was not aware that NADECO wanted to address Nigerians all over the world. NADECO is a big name, as you all know. They'll be dragging Tinubu here and there, and dragging Nigerian government here and there. Although formation also reaching us that Tinubu was one of them in the past, but they have to remove him due to his way of lifestyle and all that. So yes, what they are saying now, I guess you guys heard them. What they are saying, they were actually waiting for one particular person that's supposed to come in today, which he didn't turn up. So I believe we missed out on that part. But nevertheless, according to them, that they're still going to continue to do everything possible in America to make sure that Tinubu is removed from office. As for me, that's why I say according to them. As for me, I don't know how this will be possible. Whatever document they're going to be putting on together to remove Tinubu and all that is going to consume lots of time. Before you know it, 4 years go, you're complete bagada. So, but hopefully we're keeping our fingers crossed. Anybody that can save Nigeria right now, is what we all are hoping for. All we ask for is a better Nigeria, right? But the way it's going right now is getting worse. Nothing good is happening in Nigeria, to be honest. Nothing good. It's all about suffering and smiling over there. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my wonderful people. It's time for us to post out a link for those of you that want to talk about this that we've presented today, or talk about what is happening. Although I have one particular video, about 6 minutes long video, that I need to play concerning a Nigerian in Nigeria pouring out his plight, regarding what is the hardship in Nigeria right now. So I'm going to be playing that. But meanwhile, let me post out a link for those of you that want to join us on the panel today. Then we can talk. But I hope we're not going to stay long here today as well. We already spent 1 hour 45 minutes already, playing the video. So if we're going to contribute today, we're just going to have it brief so that we can round up on time as well. I appreciate every one of you. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all you do. I appreciate you always. Mother Rita, I can see right there. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Stella Afini, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Abu Azi, I can see you. Stephen Gawan, Vitals, thank you. Anthony Ola, Lady Eugenia, thank you very much. Good evening to you. I appreciate you all, my wonderful people. Stella Emasevedo, the love of God is my strength. Amaka E, Manda Patricia Tagbojomi, Patricia Enofe, my dear sister, and many, 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 many more. Fortunately, we have lots of comment already. I might not be able to pronounce, or rather acknowledge everybody verbally today, but I want you all to know that I appreciate you all for your time with us every day, for your genuity over how Nigeria can be better. Thank you very much, Michael Oganemaro, just coming in right now. Thank you very much. God bless you all, my people. So I'll post out this link. Click on it. Let's talk about the things that's affecting us. Christmas is around the corner. Some of us have hope that yes, we're going to have a better Christmas. Why? Some of us don't have hope at all in Nigeria. So it's very, very sad that yes, some people, they are not even sure how they're going to have a good Christmas this time, in Nigeria. So for me, I don't know as well. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move on. Click on the link, join us here, and let's talk about the things that is affecting you and I. Thank you. But meanwhile, I would like to play this video right here, the 6 minutes long video. Then we can now take it from here. Thank you very much, my wonderful people. Thank you. Okay, I can see Mother Patricia. Yes, I can see you already. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's quickly listen to this video, my people. Then we'll take it from here. And God bless you now.
Go and hold the salmon later. It's talking rubbish in their mouth when they collect peanut, when they collect change. But what we end in Nigeria is judiciary, because judiciary is not doing its work. I'm telling you, we don't have judiciary in Nigeria. What we have is Juju dance. Juju dance is what we have in Nigeria. That's why Nigeria always dance of shame. People will making mockery of Nigeria all over the world because of the type of judgment our judiciary delivered. Look at in 1979 election, two-third, the 1979 election, judiciary. Look at the 2019 election, judiciary, Rob PDP and Atiku. Look at 2023 election, judiciary. Even if INEC did mistake, either the INEC is still people's mandate, but why can't judiciary correct it? Why can't judiciary put this in order? And so they say, we are son. We are son. The senior advocate of Nigeria. But now there are no more senior advocate of Nigeria. There are senior Confucian of Nigeria. We don't have any more senior advocate. What we have is senior Confucian. Son, senior Confucian of Nigeria. That's what we have now. There's certain confusion in Nigerians. Unless God ratify judiciary judgment will bring the end of Nigeria if we don't take time. If we don't take time. If we don't take time. The same judiciary that let NADECO go, the same judiciary say hold NADECO. And the Ohanes and Igbo will not call for the release of NADECO. But they are calling for arrest of Samuel Ekpa. Have you seen Fulani, Mienti Anla calling for arrest of Gumi? Gumi people know that I'm eating and dining with terrorists, bandits. Ohanese will never call to go and arrest Gumi, but to go arrest Samuel Ekpa. They have a call on the kidnap NADECO. Now with Samuel Ekpa. It's the problem of Ohanese and Igbo. Samuel Ekpa is the problem of Igbo politicians. Samuel Ekpa is the problem of senator. Samuel Ekpa is the problem of businessmen in Igbo land. Ijere, Samuel Ekpa is his problem. Why? Why? Look at I think Ohanes is an Igbo chairman in Nigeria, in Lagos here, that say he will bring ESN to come and protect Igbos in Lagos. They came and apprehend the man. Have Igbo leaders, Igbo elect, Igbo senate, Igbo rep, Igbo Ohaneze Iberibe, Ohaneze Ogwegwu Akpare, Ohaneze Chineke Brono, have they come up and said that man should release? They don't say, they keep silent. As far as they are collecting money, paper that you put in fire now to burn, they are selling their children, selling their grandchildren, selling their future. I don't blame chief of staff that said Samuel Ekpa is the problem. It's what Igbo Ohanese and Igbo want him to talk, so that they collect more money from federal government. But I'm telling federal government that Ohanese and Igbo politicians, Igbo traditional rulers, DOS of IPOB, all those betrayers, all those Judas, all those Ekan in Biafra land are deceiving them. Whether federal government like it or not, Biafra will come to be. Biafra will stay because it's handwork of God, not handwork of man. I think they say if they kidnap NADECO, that everything will be okay. The thing will die down. As they kidnap him, did he die down? Even if I thought they kidnap someone, but God will not allow it to be. And that person will rise up. Because it's a program of God. It's a program of God. So I don't see no issue to bring Nigeria down. I don't see it. You understand? Because those people are the Nigerians. We, as I'm talking, both Ohanes and Igbo, both Akpabio, that marginalizing Southeast, all of us are Nyamiri. We are Biafra. Both DOS, both Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Christopher, Senator Christopher, Uzodinma, Soludo, persist without a persistence, a graduate without known his left and right, a professor that cannot prophesize, a prophet that cannot prophesize. All of us are Nyamri. So these people are the North and the West and Nigeria. So they never allow Nigeria to be destroyed. No matter how they riot, they still come together.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I thought I should bring that in. Now, wow, there's a lot of confusion, division, frustration in the country right now. Everybody's complaining, everybody's talking. It's something else, man. But nevertheless, let's start talking. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you once again. I appreciate you all, my wonderful people. I would like you guys to please press on the like button. I noticed when we're playing this since people did not really bother, though some of you did, but if you can press on it right now, that would be nice. We currently have 130 likes, although our visibility today is low. We have about 300 or something people watching us right there, but we're just going to take it the way it is so that we can round up the show on time, because it's Saturday. Like I said, I don't supposed to be coming out Saturday or Sunday at all, but the way things are going on in Nigeria, we just need to report what we can. I report it right here. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Thank you for coming in. I can see Tonia Manduke. Good evening to you. Thank you very much, Evie Jack, Fisayo. Thank you very much, and many, many, many others right there. Give that one for. I can see you as well. Thank you. Okay. Let me see. Let me hear from Madarita first. Madarita, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, man. What's your take with what we've promoted today? Do you think that we still have hope at all because for me, I don't tire for Nigeria matter right now. It's so frustrating. Do you think any hope is, because I'm not seeing it. I don't know if you are seeing it as well, that Tinubu can be removed?
Good evening, Mr. Elvis, and then everybody. Good evening, my sweet mommy diaspora. We mentioned hope. As long as we are breathing, there's hope for every possibility. In the case of hope on if the apparition in Aso Rock right now from Bodilon Avenue can be removed, it is very possible. If Escobar was taken down, if El Chapo was taken down, if Adolf Hitler was taken down, Mussolini, there's a plethora of dictators, plethora of narcotic barons, name it. What's this big guy in New York that was taken down, the big drug baron, in fact, till today, it's an American classic criminal case that everybody knows about. I'm trying to remember his Italian name. Anyway, it is very, very possible. Now, the process in which to remove entities like the drug peddler, the one in Aso Rock, the process is determined by the psyche, the mindset, and the determination of the people. All these other countries I mentioned, the people were determined, the process was moving, the institutions that would drive the cause were independent. They know what they wanted. They knew the kind of reputation they want their country to stand, or they want their justice system or the criminal system to stand. They knew what they wanted. Go back to Nigeria. We have institutions, existing ones, right? The institutions are the vehicle that will drive our determination to what we aspire Nigeria to be, or rather what we want Nigeria to be. Because those vehicles now, those institutions, for example, the judiciary is one of those institutions. The security forces, one of those institutions. the legislative institution is one of those institutions. Now, these three arms that are these examples that I just had now, they are non-functional. They've been captured. And so that's why when you want to aspire to take out, this apparition, you not think of the process of taking this person down. The drivers that would help you with that process, there's a snag, because you now know that these drivers are non-functional to what you want to be, to what you want Nigeria to, what you aspire Nigeria to be. And that brings about hopelessness. It brings about doubts, tiredness, frustration, anger, bitterness. That's how a lot of us are feeling on a daily basis. Tomorrow you might feel better. I can hear it. I feel it. So I just want to say, continually have this positive outlook. It's a very difficult thing, to do, especially as someone like a leader like Mr. Elvis, to keep standing positive and, speaking up and encouraging people and all that. And that's why, it's I don't blame you for feeling the way you do. I don't know how he does it, but I think it's character over the years. I mean, in the 60s, I'm so sure it's something he was building over time. And that's why when he speaks, even in the midst of hopelessness, he's very hopeful. He's very positive. He's still teaching. You never feel him down. Even when he's down, he's trying to explain to you why he's down, but he still gives you hope again to say you can do it. So it takes a lot to get to that level of continually being hopeful, irregardless of the so Mr. Elvis,
Madam Rita, your network is breaking,
My network is breaking. Oh my
Again,
goodness.
it happens yesterday again, and today is happening
I
again.
don't know what's going on. Oh my goodness. And everything is working fine where I am. Am I okay now?
Yeah, you are okay now. Yeah, if I don't know if you can move
If
away.
it breaks, let me know, because I think what I'm saying is important that people really listen. I don't know what I missed.
It's a very,
I
very
don't know what
important.
I don't know what I missed when I was speaking, but in essence of what I'm saying is I said Peter Obi is a kind of leader. I don't know how he gets that energy, but I think it's something that he has learned over the years. Somebody who is in his 60s, he understands, the different feelings we feel every day. Different feelings. Mr. Elvis, I was saying that, I could sense you're tired and you're just like, you feel so hopeless with all this situation, but the reason why we feel this way, because those institutions I mentioned, are not active towards the goal of what we want. However, the only way Nigerians, I feel, can rev up their hope, nobody can do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. But we got to have, we have to get to that point where we realize that hopelessness will not change the price of rice in the market. And then what happens after that hopelessness? We have to get to that bridge. Many of us, 90% of Nigerians, haven't gotten there. Some of them are 60% now, like this man that was speaking. When we get there, then we know that we have to hit the streets, and then maybe we activate what happened in this Sri Lanka, go into there and, tell them that, listen, things got to change. Listen, the judiciary, this man has not fulfilled every single thing in the constitution, every single thing in the electoral law. He has not fulfilled anything. He stole the mandate. He didn't make 25% of Abuja. He doesn't have an identity. He's education zero. He lied about his education. He even has a bad existing criminal record, past and present. And then you still place this man until Nigerians rev up. Mr. Elvis, Nigerians, if we don't do that, we are going to be in this cycle of, it's like a recurring decimal of hopelessness. We're angry, we're bitter, but action. My dear brother, what's his name? Give us our mandates. I always say, activate, what's his name? Amechi 101. Those are the things that we need to do. Those and that would make it possible. Because we are talking about possibilities now. That will make it possible to remove this entity, this apparition that is in Aso Rock. Because every second that man is in Aso Rock, every single second, any child that is being born today, he's taking that child in all aspects of his life that will have made that child great in Nigeria 100 years back. So every second that man is there is a detriment to our future, is a detriment to even us as we are living now. Our parents, brothers and sisters are living in Nigeria. It is every second that man stays there is dangerous to our future, dangerous to even the unborn children. So that is why when we get to that level of that train of thought, like this is a very dangerous thing. Every second this man is there, is like we are going down, we are bleeding badly. Then I think Nigerians will do what they need to do. Because this is social media, there's a lot of things you want to say, you know, like, well, I'm sorry I came late to the show, because I know I'm just seeing your title now. Whatever NADECO is saying, you know, definitely, it's just speaking to the fact of what I said yesterday. This apparition in Aso Rock, he joined different organizations like NADECO, like Afenifere. He joined those things, but he was not in tune. He was not in tandem with the ideology. He wanted to join those associations so that there will be a face of what he wants to present. So they say, oh, after all, he's Afenifere. Yeah, a true, what they call it? Is he Omoluabi? A true Yoruba man. He's a true man that stands for democracy, because he joined forces like reputable organizations like Afenifere, you know, pressure groups like Afenifere, NADECO group, you know. So, but in essence, he was just like I said, he was just a rat that was wearing the garment of a sheep.
Madam Rita,
Yes?
please, sorry for interjecting. He
Go
was
ahead,
there to spy. Remember, he was a spy agent. He was
not really there to well, you can say he was there to spy, my sister. But however, listen, even him being a Muslim is part of the gimmick, is part of it. At some point in his criminal past life, he decided, you know what, I have seen the trajectory of how Nigeria works. Many of these people, many legislators, in case you don't know, many politicians now, they've converted to Islam because they know that is the driving force for them. Many people, there's somebody I know, the man is in his 80s now. In the past, he said he had to join Islam, and because he realized it was going to favor him. The people that were supposed to help him, you know, told him do this. So this man joined, being a man from Guinea, you know, and not entered Nigeria and said he wants to be a Muslim. He knew why. Joining NADECO, joining Afenifere. If you look at it, all these pressure groups, all these things, even I know the true Connaught don't even recognize the apparition as Aso Rock as a true Muslim anyway, because the true Muslim will not be selling narcotics. And then and you not carry the name Ahmed. You can see changing names, joining different associations, and then you now look at NADECO, you now look at Afenifere. Afenifere is like a pressure group, strictly Yoruba, I think. And then NADECO, the drive is for true democracy. He joined these things for these purposes, but his real self is a grandmaster of criminality. It is not allegedly, because the Chicago books are there. The American narcotic DEA offices, the FBI files are there. So it is not allegedly. So he joined all those things. How did he become a governor of Lagos State? He's in NADECO, he's in Afenifere. All the leaders of Afenifere, like Pa Adebanjo, now he's not realizing. Pa Adebanjo is now realizing that what this man has been doing all this time, it was just fake. He just joined those things to say, I belong to this association. So people will not look at you and look at your antecedents or the lies that you present based on the group based on the reputation of the good group you belong to. Listen, any one of us can be in a very popular group, and for the fact that you belong to that particular group, it can take you places, and that is exactly what this man did. But when 2023, 2022, we're all realizing all this because Peter Obi made us realize all these things. Everything every association he has ever joined, he's not even part of it. It's not the other day he went to meet Pa Fashoranti, a man that we know that he's not even the leader anymore because the man is very, very old. He took advantage of that man, caused confusion in Afenifere. Yet, I thank God for the life of someone like Pa Adebanjo that still stood and is still speaking and is being respected in Afenifere, and he stood there. Everywhere went silent because they know in that group that what this apparition Asoro did wanted to infiltrate and poison. It's like an iodine. You drop it in a clean glass of water, it spreads. So he wanted to be the iodine to spread to Afenifere, but thank God for Adebanjo that kept speaking as a leader, and then that thing was just quashed. But there was controversy because he wanted to use an old man who has gone through a lot, who is sitting down resting. He was so desperate to cause confusion. He's no longer, Afenifere don't recognize Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's no longer part of it again because he scattered it in the past. Now he joined NADECO. Where are we today? Is he part of NADECO now? It's not the NADECO that is dragging his criminal past everywhere. He's not. So the purpose in which he joined these groups, and there are so many other groups in the past that we don't even know. We will know later that he joined because he knows he has a criminal past. He wanted something that would show a face of wearing white, and that's how he became a Lagos State governor. Deceived all the real leaders like by Pa Adebanjo at that time. Deceived them. It's NADECO, yes, against the military junta, yes, it's our man. So, not lie. So these are the kind of rhetoric this man has played over the years. Now, Peter Obi, God brought someone like Peter Obi to bring everything into the into the open. Like everybody, this is it. Educate yourself. Open your eyes. And I bless the leadership of NADECO. Whoever they are, wherever they are, I bless them for still standing and still speaking. They are not quiet. These are the kinds of leadership we're talking about. Because you know why? Do you know why they have to do what they're doing now, NADECO? Because in the future, it will be seen that they were supporting a narcotic pusher. So they don't want to spoil the reputation that they've built under blood and sweat over the years from the sufferings of the military junta. They don't want one entity to spoil it. And that's why they know that they have to start speaking right now. So it will be on record that this man that joined us before, he was never for us. He used our name. He used our name to build himself. So therefore, we are not saying, let it be on record in the next 100 years, even if it was seen that he was part of it, it will also be seen after that these people said, no, this man has always been a fraud in our group. He's not part of it. We don't support him. And that's why they have to keep that reputation. And I think that's why they are speaking up now. Their Afenifere own, it was cleared. Pa Adebanjo made sure it was cleared. So any group or entity that he belonged to before or is in now, those leaders, if you are listening now, know that in the next 10, 20 years, you see what happened to all those statues? I think it's last year or 2 years ago, all the colonial statues statues that they put in countries like in the Caribbean, they brought all of them down. Even in America, there are some statues that were brought down. I don't even know why Lord Lugard's name should be in anywhere in Nigeria or a statue. It should be pulled down. A time will come, your group where this man belongs to, they will strip everything from them. It's just a matter of time. It just takes another generation that is enlightened. Listen, we are in a tech, AI has taken over. It's just gradual. Listen, I wish you guys knew what is really going on. It's just gradual. Many things will be exposed. So every group right now, if you know that you have somebody that's going to put red oil on your group, start talking now. Start calling out that person. And that's what NADECO is doing. They're doing it for Nigerians as well as the reputation of their group. So, Mr. Elvis, there is hope. But the hope at the end of the day, regardless of the useless institutions, the existing ones in Nigeria, is the human beings that make those institutions. And the same human beings that can correct it. That is why there is hope. Speaking up and encouraging, I'm not in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, if you know that everywhere is tight for you, that's why I don't believe in this. This is Christmas. Christmas, sit at home and reflect on why Jesus Christ, because that's the reason for the season, why Jesus Christ was born, why he came to the world. Sit at home, no sending of money for rice. We're never hungry yet. No sending money of 3310 and be pressing blow blow. There's nothing like that. It's cold now. People are working 2-3 jobs. Some people are even at work. Listen to me right now. They're not in one bar and drinking 3310. They are not. So This Christmas, everybody stay at home and reflect on how you can transform Nigeria. Pray to Jesus Christ, because that is the birth of Jesus Christ. That's why we are celebrating Christmas, Abi. So we should sit there and reflect on what did Jesus do? What did Jesus do in the temple when he was seeing so much corruption? What did he do in the house of God? What did he do? He scattered and removed all those useless people, called out all those fake Pharisees. So don't be saying Christmas is not for rice and beans. It is not for 3310. That's not the essence of Christmas. It is not for come buy me gift. Send me small something to which you can go to club and go to the market, and I'm working 2-3 jobs under the code, minus degrees. No, Mr. Elvis, when you say Christmas is sit down at home. That is my advice. Listen, I am not here to baby anybody. That's why I'm talking the way I'm talking. Because things are really, really tough. I'm not here to be talking soft. I don't care if anybody say I'm talking too harsh. We have gotten to that limit where there's nothing like soft pedaling. There's nothing like soft pedal. We are going to say it the way it is so people can get it. Now that this man that came to complain, there are just 2 things. This man that you played in Lagos, he was saying, why are they going after? Nobody has said they should take out Gumi and they should take out some Ekpa. You know, I agree to a lot of things he was saying, but however, you know, we have to have a clear understanding. Simon Ekpa's, I don't want to even mention his name. What he was preaching was to go and hurt his own people that he claimed he was fighting for. Gumi has been speaking. He has never, ever said, somebody can correct me, that they should punish his people, or people should go and carry arms, you know, scatter the women, the Muslim women or the Fulani women that are selling kunu or that are selling dambo lama. They are selling it. It's not to go and scatter their tray or go and spoil people selling kilishi. Gumi never says so. Gumi never said anybody to do that to hurt his own people. But what was that Guguru and Ekpa man in Finland saying? What was he saying? Is it the same? But however, we still want to acknowledge the fact that there's a sectional part of the country that is being favored when it comes to persecution, and it is in Northern Caliphate, is in Northern people that have been kind of soft-pedaled upon, because the so-called Gumi man has been saying some atrocious things, and nobody has apprehended him. I would even say my vice president, Dati, the things that he said prior to May 29th, and what he said last month, or is it early this month, he made that viral video. If it was somebody from the South, we all know that from the studio, there will be somebody, DSS, because that's their work now. They don't have work against DSS and ESCC combined, all of them. Hey, that's their work, is to arrest any political person and say, okay, you were talking anyhow. Then you now be going to court every day and carrying big Bible like a FT. That's their work. But it didn't happen. Even if the person is saying the truth, it didn't happen. So that disparity is very clear. Now, Peter Obi has made this, it's so clear to everybody. It's not just the Igbos, it's so clear. I made an example. If you go to an NYSC camp right now, the way a lady in hijab, with respect to the people in hijab, are being treated are different from the girls from the South who are not wearing hijab. It's so obvious, very obvious. That is the point that we need to like speak about. But when we start to, you know, kind of bring tribe into it and just streamline it to, okay, just the Igbo people. No, it's more than that. It's me as a Bini woman. It's somebody as a robo. Ijo, Efik. It's all of us combined. I'm not even going to add Yoruba. Do you know why? Because when I look at the history of Nigeria and I look at a lot of things that have been going on, the Yoruba people are the saboteurs. As far as this is my opinion, are the saboteurs of what's going on in the South and why we are being treated the way we are treated. We are being treated. Over the years, not have always realized, they understand the psyche of a typical wicked Yoruba man, because I know many Yoruba people are good people. Of the typical wicked Yoruba man and how greedy he or she is. And they say, you know, we can use them politically to sabotage the South. That's why we're all suffering it. This man from Bodilon, that is not even a Yoruba man, that aka Tinubu, he's not a Yoruba man. He just learned the language there. But definitely he's not a Nigerian. I don't know, he can even have multiple citizenship. I don't know, but I know for sure he doesn't look like Nigerian. He doesn't talk it. He doesn't have the aura. There's nothing Nigerian about the man from Bodilon. There's nothing. The only thing that is I can say is close to Nigerian is Remy, that's from Delta states. That's the only thing. I don't know about the Shade or what. I don't know. There's nothing Nigerian about him. So they not know how to use people like this wicked entity from Bodilon to sabotage the South. And the people don't from the Yoruba clan, they don't realize this thing over the years. Look at the history of please, Nigerians, go and read the history of Nigeria. Even Awolowo was used to sabotage even the Biafra war. He was the one that advised them now. You are sending food to the people that are fighting you. Stop the inflow of food. And that's how many people in Biafra were starved. Many of them starved to death. So it's the same cycle. It's the same cycle. I am not a tribe. Listen, I don't hate any tribe. Before some people start to judge me, I don't hate Igbo. I don't hate Yoruba. I don't have the power to hate. I just want Nigeria to be fixed. And we cannot do it with kid gloves. Nigeria cannot function with kid gloves. Nigeria cannot function with by the ballot. It will not work. There's already division. It is very obvious. They are doing it in broad daylight. In fact, we are worse than apartheid. What Nigeria is facing is worse than apartheid. Mr. Elvis, let me stop here because I'm getting angry.
All right, Mother Rita, to be honest, I want to thank you for your wonderful submission. That was a very passionate one. I also heard when you were saying that it looks like I am getting tired and all that. I don't know if I should say yes or no. I'm not tired in terms of the broadcast, but I'm tired in terms of Nigeria. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
you're tired of the pain that we are going through. You're tired of the pain. It's not about coming. I mean, you listen, Nigeria, Mr. Elvis. I will disturb you if you don't come online every day. I will be calling you per second. We will be harassing. You will have to call, even if it's 1 hour. You know, I know. I mean, God has given you that strength, and I pray God will continue to give you the strength to come out every day, regardless of whatever it is you are facing personally. You come out every day. Is the love that you have. It is your destiny. It is your destiny to help in naturalizing the real Nigeria, Mr. Elvis. And I appreciate it, and I don't take it for granted. We don't say it every day. We can say thank you, but I'm saying it now in public. I'm not taking you for granted, Mr. Elvis. The fact that you come in every day, even if some of us don't come in every day, we are watching. We are seeing. You are a priest of truth. You are a priest of truth. What God has placed you to do is even beyond this Nigerian project right now. It's more than that. And I just pray that God will continue to give you good life and good health. And your family that supports you in this struggle, God will bless them. Amen. You are a priest of truth. And that is the cross you have to bear. Coming here every day is a cross that you are bearing. It is not easy coming out every day. It is a cross you are bearing. It's not about money. People have social media platforms, influencers, they use it for rubbish. But what are you using your own for? And you are an influencer. If in case you don't know, Mr. Elvis is an influencer. Nigeria Watch as an entity is an influential entity. Many people are using it to make money for nonsense news out there. But what is Mr. Elvis doing? So I don't take you for granted, Mr. Elvis. I know the depth in my heart of what you are doing. And I'm saying, God bless you. When I say that you are tired, I know that you are tired of seeing this continuous cycle of pain. It's a recurring decimal. It has to stop. This recurring decimal of pain and despair and disappointment and different barricades and blocking every step we are going. There's always something that is a snag, either internationally or locally. That is the frustration. You know, God bless you, my sister, my darling brother. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Madam Rita. I know that you're always there for me. Of course, I know, and many others. I just want to say thank you to every one of you that is genuinely supporting what we are doing here, encouraging what we are doing here. May God bless you all. Yes, you know, like I said, when you look at the situation in Nigeria, is really tiring. Except you are not a human being, or either you're a human being, you don't have a heart. You know, if you want to help the people in Nigeria, you cannot. Even though you are the richest man in Africa, if you want to help everybody today, tomorrow you will become poor. So what we know we can do to see how Nigeria can be better is what we're doing here. You know, but unfortunately, we talk, this government don't listen to anybody. People are suffering in Nigeria. The dollar have skyrocketed again now. Everything is just difficult over there. So that's why I was saying that I'm just tired. I'm tired because, I don't know, what can we do now to have a change? That's the question I will throw to other people right here or prospectively. I don't know. Because it just looked like there's no result, nothing. The government don't care. It's just like they are saying talk and and go back to bed and all that. It's crazy, man. Thank you very much, moderator. Once again, I appreciate you. Let me take this call quickly. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for coming on the phone.
Yeah,
Please talk to us.
thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks for taking my call. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for to Madam Rita, your submission, and that's the reason why I called. Actually, I must say that I just want to comment on the issue of saboteurs, just to set the record straight. With respect to Nigerians all across South, East, North, aside from Northerners, the Easterners, the Southerners, they are equally saboteurs. It is only that they come out to sabotage when it suits them. Are you telling me that there are no saboteurs in Eastern Nigeria or in the Niger Delta? What Wike is doing now is it not sabotage? They are all over the place, especially in the south, southeast, southwest, southeast Nigeria. You have them all over the place. The issue is just that they come out, they show themselves when it suits them. If it suits the Southeasterners to sabotage, you will see them, they will sabotage. The South, when it suits them, you will see one of them, two of them, or even few of them coming out and sabotaging the process. Same in the West. So what we see in the Southeast right now, what is happening? Is it not sabotage? Everything that we've been saying there, you see Southeasterners, the list is endless, especially among the Southeasterners themselves, sabotaging this process of a renewed Nigeria. They are all there. So it is not, my point is that I don't stand for narrowing it down to Southwest. No, that's erroneous. It's not a complete fact. The sabotaging issue cut across Southern Nigeria, and they come out and do it when it suits them. When it suits them. A good example we have now is Wike. Wike is sabotaging the Southern Nigeria. 4, 5, 6 years later, Wike might be the one now complaining bitterly. Because when it is no longer in his advantage, he will now come out and be complaining bitterly. But it suits him now and his cronies. They are sabotaging the South. They don't even, whether they know it or they don't know it is another thing. But what they are doing is sabotaging Nigeria, Southern Nigeria, to achieve this goal of a good nation called Nigeria. That's just the point I want to make.
Thank you.
Simple and clear. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. May God bless you. Thank you. Okay, let me take another call quickly. We have Love God is my strength with us. Good evening to you, madam. Thanks for joining us. Please talk to us. Thank you, madam. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Najawosh. Good evening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for coming out today. I was watching the time and I said, let me go and put notification, and I saw that program. Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you. I didn't miss it. I'm really happy about it. And I want to tell you, one day, let's not lose hope. It's going to happen. I was losing hope. But if I tell you something, you ginger me up again, but I won't tell you why. I came and I said, if this young boy is still here fighting, why will I leave and say, let me just forget about this? No. Najawosh, it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It might look as if it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. One day, that even for me, before 2027, it will happen. I'd cross it and it will happen. And God will be with us in it. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone on the platform. and on the comment section. I will have to salute my great mother, Mommy Diaspora, and Bella. There's one lady I always see that she's doing a great work.
Bella Naomi.
Everyone on the platform, anyway, everybody's doing well. And I want to salute Sister Rita. That your comment, I toilet for you. I've put broken a toilet for you. Beautiful comment that you gave. And I think that one should win the comment of the weekend. Beautiful. I want to say something quickly, and I'm not going to put any tribe or anything. I want to say all Nigeria, every part of Nigeria, we sabotage each other. I'm married to a Yoruba man, and I will say something here today. You see, my husband always tell me one song that he always sing, and they tell me this is the way they sing. Anybody, any Yoruba person will know this song. My jolo, mo wenye, my jolo, mo. You be going on. I'm coming. When you look at the back, the Yoruba man has run away and go and hide. Yoruba man will go and tell the police, he's in that road, go there and meet him. I understand. Every part of some let me change it. Some Yoruba people, some, not all. They do that. And every part of Nigeria, we do that to ourselves. We always sabotage each other. So on that one, I know. But the people who do it well, some who do it well, they are our brothers in the West. They know how to do that in the thing. I don't know the way they do it. God will help all of us. I want to say, NADECO, I pray that NADECO come to the UK. I just pray, please, anybody, Mr. Naija Watch, if you hear about it, let me know. I will join. If they are paying money, I will join. I like things like this. I did it with Showore. I go outside, I go protest in the cold. I go everywhere to protest when Showore was they put him in prison. So this kind of thing, this is what I like to do. Even if my leg is paining me, I will stand up and go. Please, while I'm here, please, just if you don't hear anything that they set it up in the UK, please announce it so that I can join. Because we have to come together and help ourselves so that all this, only Nigeria. Yes, I know we put there some America in NADECO, but I'm telling you, it's only Nigeria that can do it. Oh, let's not drop it on them alone. We need Nigerians who are capable, that can go all the way. We don't want people who run the race and they'll say they are tired. When it comes to things like this, I'm not tired, I'm not boasting. I go all the way. So if you just hear that they're in the UK, let me know. I will collect form, I will join them so that we can all fight and deliver ourselves from these people who have kept our country in their hand. They turned themselves to Kaba, and we have named them Kaba, and they are living that Kaba for us. There's nobody that is Kaba in Nigeria. We are all Nigerians, and we own that country. And everybody must stand and get their share and live in that country in peace without fearing anybody. Thank you, Naija Watch.
Thank you, bless you. Thank you very much, ma. God bless you. All right. Thank you very much, my callers. Please, you hold on and let us go back to the panel so that we can take it one by one. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, I can see somebody else calling in now. Please, guys, bear with me. Let me quickly pick this. Thank you very much, madam. Good evening to you. Please talk to us. Hello, are you there? Turn down your device,
yeah,
madam. Turn your device down. Thank you.
Yes, I'm... Okay. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, and everyone in the panel section. Sister Rita, thank you very much for your submission. I've been depressed for so many months now because of the outcome in the Supreme Court and all that. I just watch and I keep mute. But I like what Sister Rita said today. All of us know there that she is always speaking out and she's always on the point and say the truth. The problem we have in Nigeria today is because in the South, we have people that think, a particular tribe that think that, when they join the North, they can take over. But you remember, when you spit and the spit fall back on you, you didn't do it well. I want us to know today that everything Sister Rita said today, if we can work together, we will get to we will achieve something. But the issue is that with the way we divide ourselves, are we going to achieve it? Secondly, we always talk Igbo this, Igbo that. Remember, when the war ended, they say one Nigeria. I am surprised today that people that said one Nigeria, which means you can live anywhere you like, they are still the one attacking Igbos. And some will say, on a place they pursue now. In Nigeria today, whether abroad or anywhere, everybody know that, yes, Igbo people travel during Christmas anytime. Lagos, if you go today during Christmas, it will be dry because Igbos traveled. So we have our hope. You people claim one Nigeria. And why is it that you people will not allow Igbo man to exercise that one Nigeria you people proclaim? You keep on discriminating. It will not work as long as we divide. Even when we fight, even when we do anything, it will not work until we remove that discrimination among us. It will not work. And Nigeria is not working today because we will do it's my own, it's my own, it's my own. Our own mind in abroad and them over there is not the same. They are just different things altogether. All of us know the problem we have because we like to divide. Your brother will do bad thing. Instead of you to condemn the person because it's from your own tribe, you start to cover it up. Like one man pointed and said, oh, it is it is in other places. Yes, but where do we have its majority? Why is it that they relax and laugh when they are beating another person? It's not how the way is. That everywhere you go, you have different people living there, not one particular tribe. So why is it that every time it is a particular tribe that will be attacked? Because they will always feel at home, help to develop the area where they are. And you see them as a problem. I am sorry for Nigeria, but may God help us. If we didn't remove this division among us, Mr. Evis, my brother, there's nothing we will achieve. And that is what is holding us, division. They will say it's not true, but that is it. That is what is holding Nigeria where it is today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. May God bless you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, ma.
I don't know what to say. I'm just depressed. That is why you see me. I don't talk. I just look and I just shake my head. But God will bless all of us. May God help us to unite among ourselves and fight this cause. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Let me come back to the panel. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Okay, let me come to Give Us a Mandate. Give Us a Mandate. It's good to have you here, my brother. Good evening to you. Happy Saturday to you. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, Mr. Elvis. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm very, very good. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone on the panel. People in the comment section. Greetings to everyone. Well, I think it's a new dawn for Nigeria, and the same way it happened several years ago. I think the same way is happening today, and people are getting awakening. People are waking up to their civic rights and then to knowing what is going on. But that being said, I think people like your own media platform also need to be given a lot of credit for all of the good job being done for the country with respect to this imposter that is in power. NADECO is doing a great job. I'm on that space, hoping they will pick my mic and then I can ask some questions. Because I think that the only way we can fight this fight to the end is by continuing to talk. We continue to amplify our voices, continue to speak against this evil that has befallen the country. and also get engaged with international community. I was on the space, and I think NADECO is going to probably come to the UK, which I think is a good one. But that being said, I think people back home also now need to realize the fact that they need to wake up and then begin to get things done, even as the aspirants are not sitting down, also working. Mr. Jackson said something on that space that I think is very, very laudable, and I'm waiting for when that will happen. And I think other countries of the world can also do that, where we have Nigerians. Go to your parliament, make them understand that the person that is sitting down as the president was not elected by the people. He's an imposter, and he needs to leave. I think Mr. Jackson advised those in UK to go to their parliament. I'm waiting for when the call will be made so that Americans will go to Congress, because we need to engage people and also fight this fight ourselves. We need to fight this fight and fight it to the logical conclusion, because what these guys are doing is to sell narratives for Nigeria. Can you imagine someone like Willie Wiki telling the world that Nigerians are happy with Tinubu government? And I like what Rufai said this morning, or maybe yesterday. He said Wiki's comment is not based on empirical analysis. But if we are waiting for empirical analysis from that kind of man, the man is a drunkard. Wiki is a drunkard. Maybe he just drank Ogogoro, and that's why he came out to say that thing. Wiki knows that people are being quiet every day in Nigeria. He himself knows that he himself is a fraudulent human being, and they spill what they spill. So they spill narratives to gag the media and then people outside the country. But Nigerians, I mean, all effort to this point, for me, this battle is not over yet. The battle is not over yet. I believe it, and I smell it. This battle is not over. This imposter can be removed, and he will be removed. He will be removed. He will be removed. People are suffering. All of the other states where other party won, they are trying to change it. You see what they do now in court? They just get a judge and they give the judge money, and the judge decide that APC won the state. They just give a ruling without any constitutional backup. They are doing everything possible to get everything to turn the country to a one-party state. But Nigerians do not relent. We can do this, and we have to do this by sending out this imposter out of Aso Rock. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for all that you do. The panelists always coming here to lend your voice. Thank you, people in the comment section, Mommy Diaspora, everyone. Madam Irene Finest, we greet you all. Thank you for all that you do. Let's keep the flag flying. Let's keep the fight going. We will win at the end. We won against Abacha. We will win against Tinubu. We won against Abacha. We will win Tinubu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Give us a mandate. Yes, I like the fact that, you know, when some of you are saying there's still hope to remove Tinubu and all that, I like that. You know, just that maybe it's only me that cannot see it. If it happens, I'll be very, very happy, because it's the way I'm looking at everything right now, turning Nigeria into a one-party state, and everywhere is occupied by this satanic set of people in APC. So for me, you know, something, I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Sorry to interject you. If NADECO sit right, Nigerians at home do what they need to do, and we in the diaspora do what we need to do, this guy himself is one that will leave the place. Sri Lankans did it. He will leave.
But remember, normally his tenure is 4 years, right? So all this process to remove him and all that, You know, how long is it going to take?
If we all come out tomorrow, if Nigerians all over the world come out tomorrow, this guy can be removed in the next 24 hours. Sri Lanka did it. Sri Lanka did it.
Yeah, but the unity is not really there now. That's the problem. It's not
My
there.
brother, what the hunger they unite us now.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much once again, my brother, for your submission. Let me come to Madam Busy Breeze. Madam Patricia, whenever you're ready to speak, please indicate with me, please. You know, Madam Patricia was the first here, but I guess she's busy right now. So when she's ready, she can just let me know to take a place. All right. Let me go to Madam Busy Breeze. Thank you very much, Ma, for your time with us this evening. Good evening to you. I guess you are fully back to your feet now.
By God's grace, I am. I was just thinking today I will just be a bystander and just listen and watch and listen to what is going on. But I couldn't help but feel guilty that at least nothing is stopping me from being part of it. Let me join and keep watch as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't know where to come. Madam Rita just carry everything go. She carry and she even leak pots. She don't leave anything for person.
To talk again.
Honestly, that was a strong and a very powerful submission, which is very inspiring and motivational. And yeah, I agree. We should be hopeful. You know, we cannot afford to lose hope. If we lose hope, then what are we doing? We might as well just pack up and close shop. The moment that we begin to lose hope, it means we've given up. But I want to believe that they are seeing like it is calm, that Werewike can come out now and start vomiting rubbish, you know, that Nigerians are happy. Happy with what? Happy with the fact that they have traumatized Nigerians with fear, intimidated Nigerians. But one thing is for sure, Nigerians are going through a period of self-reflection where each and every individual is sitting down in their backyard and reflecting individually. And when that happens, when they finish with self-reflection, then we will have a group reflection. And when that happens, the time is right and ripe to take Nigeria back. With what NADECO is doing, I just want to believe NADECO is doing to keep our faith. What they are doing is keeping our faith alive. I'm not quite conversant of NADECO. I mean, I've had, growing up, there was noise of NADECO, and I've never really gone to research or study or look up on them. But yeah, while they are a pressure group, I'm trying to think, please educate me here. Have they been able to unseat any government? Do we know if they've been able to unseat any government? And were they, as a pressure group, really felt? Anyway, let me just...
Can I answer the question?
Yes,
okay,
please.
thank you. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam, for asking that great question. NADECO is a pressure group that want good governance in Nigeria. NADECO was involved all throughout the military era. They pipe pressure from the international body. They went to the United States Congress and to the UN to start the pressure from there, and they build cells amongst the coalitions of other groups like the labor union. They built cells all over the institutions, and that brought about the unity, and the Nigerians came out. Those cells brought the Nigerians out as a sort of to come out and confront the junta, and the confrontation, was positive. And finally, with the pressure from international body, Babangida has to come down to his knee and said he's going to give power to civilian. It was a result of NADECO pressure from the international body. Then they went into Nigeria and built cells all around the institution and Nigeria. So that they did a lot, and they were the one that carried the burden, including Nigerians, to bring down the military junta.
Thank you for that. I was wondering which have they had any results in the past? Have they been successful in the past? But the next question I want to ask now, why did they go silent over the years? Because it is with the emergence during the politicking of this particular dispensation that they now emerged, and I could hear they now were giving press conferences as to why the Mahmoud selection should not stand. And I am, what I'm saying here now is that if NADECO did not go to sleep, I don't think we would be where we are today. I know one is trying to, it's like doing a what do you call it? When you are going through an autopsy of a situation, going through a situation where it has already happened. But I think it is very important that we critique, review, and look at what could have been done to prevent us from coming to a place that we are today. Because if NADECO had kept that pressure pushed consistently with the subsequent governments, what Buhari came and did for 8 years, where were they? I didn't hear them. Now we've had the house is on fire. We are not trying to get water to quench fire. I just hope that the measures that are being put in, because I came and met the discussion with the man, what is his name? The Oyubo man, Mr. Bruce. The last 3 questions that they posed to him, and one of them was around America, their participation and all that. He said he did not have any faith in any of the people who are putting themselves forward as the leaders, but he's referring us to go and put pressure on the congressmen and the senators, which rightfully so. But my understanding of the American politics, a lot of them are being sponsored by one pressure group or the other. And it is very clear that this thief has the backing of the present government. Because if they, from what we are hearing, have been able to get him to pass that law of the things that we cannot, the alphabet mafia, then it is worrying. How did they get to pass it that we Nigerians, we that are supposed to be the government of the people, could not be part of that? And from the analysis of this man, he said that the thief is totally owned by the government. They have a lot of compromising information about him. And because of that, they are holding him in the jugular. And as a result, whatever it is they ask him to do, he will do. which is very, very scary. Very scary for where we are in this life right now. As far as I am concerned, for anybody to be backing this present American government, you are sending us to hell quick in a handbasket. And if every policy they roll out and ask him to roll out, then we are in huge problem. We are in huge, that is why we cannot afford to go and sleep. That is why we need to continue to keep watch, because we will not have any destiny. Our children will not have any destiny. Look at what is happening around. For God's sake, please get yourselves out of your rest. Just take a day, 1 hour a day, and just try and look at what is going on around the world. Please go and study the WEF. Go and look at it, read it, study it, and inform yourselves, so that when you know you have no choice but to stand up against these people, this particular thief. Let us secure our own country. Let us secure our own people. Let us secure ourselves. Then we will now start thinking of how can we secure ourselves from the enemy without. The enemies within, they are just too many. But they are not as many as we are. Because there are more good people who are sitting down in fear. But remember, if you sit in fear, that is the quickest way for you to buy. Take courage. Just take courage and act right. And while we are in the business of taking courage and acting right, I will push whatever it is that deviates us from our common enemy, throw it away. Our common enemy is the thief and his cabal in Aso Rock. Whatever else, forget tribe, forget religion, forget class, forget it for now. You can come back and come and carry it in the future after we've achieved our aim. But for now, please, let it die low. Don't come and be talking about party. Don't come and be talking about religion. Don't come and be talking about tribe. Be talking about freedom. Freedom from these heinous people, from these degenerate people. Freedom from, because right now we are all slaves. Whether you like it or not, you are a slave to Tinubu. They can pass laws without you, without your say. So what does that tell you? You've got no say. We've not had any say because we've been sleeping. We've been sitting in our own comfort or in our own fear. Now get out of fear and forget that comfort. That comfort will soon be uncomfortable. To retain whatever little comfort you have right now, you've got to stand up. Stand up, let the table scatter. Stand up so that they know where you stand. Because they don't know where you stand right now. That is why a fool like Werewike is coming out to say you are happy. Are you really happy? You need to let them know you are not happy. You need to. Okay, Elvis, let me just hang it from here for now. I'll come back again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mother Busy Brains. Thanks for your submission. And thank you, Black Panther, for coming in to take that question earlier on. Thank you, my people. Please press on the like button. We are still here, and let's take it from here. Let me move on to the next person. which is Mr. Kenny. Kenny, I don't know if you're available to speak right now. If you're available, please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much
Good
for joining.
evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. NADECOS, and good evening, everyone in the comment section. I really appreciate you, Mr. NADECOS, for your good works and for the great opportunity you gave to me since all this time to speak. I must say big thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And a happy weekend to you and your family. I really appreciate you. So what I want to say is that we have a big problem in Nigeria. Big problem in Nigeria. A big problem. You know, since 1999, we have not get anything right in Nigeria. I am tired of Nigerians, but I'm not tired of Nigeria. No. Let me say something like the problem we have now is not about the leaders. You know, it's not about the people, but it's about the constitution we have in Nigeria. That is the basic thing that we have to fight against. Our fight now have to be the constitution of electoral act. It has to be changed, which is very, very important. Without that electoral act, without they don't amend it, it's going to be continuous exercise for years. It's going to be a continuous exercise for years. One, before they do any election in Nigeria, the constitution have already rigged the election. The constitution have already rigged the election. For the constitution to say that give power to president, that he will be the one to elect a next chairman. That is number one ringing. Number two, for the constitution to say that INEC have the power to collect any result anyhow he wants it. That is number two ringing. That's the reason why you see people all those politicians, they will get into power. What they do is to loot money so that they can use to bribe INEC for the next election. Now, if that electoral act is changed, that the 6 political zone in Nigeria, they have to be 6 INEC chairman. You don't have to be on one person that, just call this man Mahmoud from the north or Jaga from the north. He will just be there, him alone, say, this is the person that will win the election, which is very wrong. Our fights now have to be that the INEC chairman, 6 political zone, and we have to select 6 of them. They have to stand before they make any pronunciation about who win the election or who lose the election. 6 of them have to stand. They have to pick each from each zone. It's not just pick only one person from the north, and that one will just give decision is final. No, when we have this, and the electoral must be mandatory, that INEC must upload result real time. That word mandatory, so that all these politicians will not have a loophole to escape. Now they say that the INEC have to upload results, but the electoral act says that INEC can still collect result manually. So it's the same ringing. If you have those things, that this is INEC chairman, they will come from each zone, they will stand and give the final verdict that this is the person that win the election or lose. You will see politicians, they will not have that mind to steal. You will see them, they will work hard to make sure that they come back again, because what they do, that is what the people will see and say, okay, this person is good. And those INEC chairman must account to the Nigeria citizens. Those INEC must account to Nigeria, must give an account that, yes, this is how the election went, this is how it is, this is how it is. Must give report to Nigeria citizens, not the president. Like the way we are now, the INEC is giving reports to the president, not Nigerians. And Nigerians supposed to be the electoral empire that will say, this is what we want, this is how we want it. The president don't have anything about election. All these things supposed to be with the citizen. This power supposed to be with the citizen. And we have to channel our fight, we have to channel our strength to that area, which is very, very important. Without these things, Nigeria cannot move forward. Never. Nigeria can never, ever move forward. We will be here 2031, we'll still be saying the same thing, because what caused us these things, we don't address it. If we address it this way, that election result must be mandatory, electronically transmitted, so that it's going to be live. This one is not manual collection or whatever. No. With all these things, we can get Nigeria right. You will see the good people will start coming out. Even if you don't have money to campaign, or you don't have enough money, you will see good people will be coming out. While the bad people, they will not have time to come out, because if they come out to say, oh, they want to run for any position or governor or president, with the citizen, we checkmate that person and say that, no, this person, this is who he is, this is who he is. So they will not have that time to come out to say they want to contest for anything. If Electoral Act is working that election result is mandatory, Tinubu will not come out to say they want to contest for presidency. The reason why he came out, because he know that he can buy the INEC. He can buy the INEC, he can do anything. So he just Mahmoud now, Yakubu, that's all. So no other person. But if we have like 6 INEC chairman, 6 of them from the 6 political zone, they are there. Tell me how it's going to, at least one of them, 6 of them, out of that 6, one of them will say no to those things. And if one kick against it, those results will not be useful. You know? So all these things, we have to channel our strength to say this electoral act have to be changed. It's very important. It is very important. Because now, even though we fight out, Tinubu must go. Tinubu is not going anywhere. 4 years, he go complete. Nobody can remove Tinubu. Nobody. Okay, those people that are sleeping in Nigeria, they say they want to go and protest. Now, if they protest that, no, this electoral act must change, you cannot, no military man or police will come out to say that, oh, why are you protesting? But if they are protesting that, oh, Tinubu must go, that is where it will be very dangerous for them. But if they come out to say, this electoral act must change, this power must not be with the president. Power must be with us, with the electorate, not the president or the governor. You will see that this fight will succeed it, and everything, our electoral act will be peace, our election will be peaceful. Like if South Africa want to do an election now, if they want to do an election, you will not see that, oh, there is fight anywhere or they are killing like the way they are doing it in Nigeria. Come on, Malawi, you listen to what that former president, what she said. Malawi is a small country. And we in Nigeria, we have the resources to do all those things to get our election right. If we don't change that electoral act, that constitution, we go nowhere. There must be a constitutional review, which is very, very important to Nigerians, which is very important, and the diaspora voting also, which is very, very important. We in diaspora, we must have our own say concerning any election that is going on in Nigeria. Common Kenyan, small Kenya, there are those Kenyan citizens in diaspora, they are voting. During election, they will vote for their own candidate of their choice. Do you know how many millions Nigerians that are in diaspora? But if we have all those things in place, you will see that things will move fine in Nigeria. Before you will have those bad people in the helms of affairs, it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult. That is all my strength now, even when I'm commenting or anything, when we are watching news, that is what I'm always typing. That president must not elect INEC chairman, or we have to have 6 INEC chairman from the 6 political zone. That is my strength right now. Because saying that people are suffering in Nigeria, this one, people are, it will still continue. Because even if you give Tinubu nothing 50 years, he cannot do anything. So for we not to waste 8 years, there will not be wasted 8 years. We have to start that fight from now. We have to start the fight from now before 2027. Because now they are preparing, preparing their armies, police, preparing everything. Those destruction that is going on in Lagos, I thought it's just we have to do. They just want to silence the Igbos in Lagos. They just want to silence them so that they will not have voice.
Can I interject and ask?
Yeah,
so when we are saying to prepare for 2027, how are we preparing? Because these people, by then, they would have been fully consolidated. They would have consolidated themselves in that seat, sat there, and not only would they be preparing with different ways of rigging and cheating, they will also be preparing with ammunitions.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying now. If we have that electoral act right, if we have it right, it's just 2 things. The president must not appoint. You said
who is going to get the electoral act right?
It's the Senate.
But do you see the Senate as one that will do it?
That is what I'm saying. If the
Senate cannot give you that now.
If the Nigeria stand up, because they don't see any action now from the Nigerians. That's the reason. That's the reason.
Conversation to even be having, you know, that's not even a conversation. The conversation now is trying to get them to rise, because we know they will not give us what we want, and that is to give us a befitting constitution. They will not give it to us.
That is what we have. That was the reason why I said that, and our strength have to channel to that area. That Nigerian people at home, that they have to rise, that this constitution have to be changed. If you go block a National Assembly, Senate, you go block them, say this is what we want. We own Nigerians. We own Nigeria. The Senate don't own Nigeria. We elected them there. We own Tinubu don't own Nigeria. Nobody. We the citizens are more powerful than any senator or anybody there. We are more powerful than them. We are more powerful than them.
All
but
right.
It's going to be a peaceful one. Nobody will fight. This is what we want. This is what we want. You cannot tell us that this is what you want. This is the citizen. If we come in one voice to say that this is what we want, they will do it. They don't have any choice not to do it.
That's true. That's true.
They don't have any choice.
Everybody come together, you know. But the problem we have right now,
we are divided. That's the problem. That's the reason why we have to be calling on people that this is what we have to do. That no people are afraid that if they say that Tinubu must go now, then before you know, police or soldier. But if we say that this constitution we have to be changed, we have to do review on this constitution. That one is not a problem. It's not a big deal.
All right,
No.
let's move on.
Thank you so
very
much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, sir.
I appreciate you, my brother. That was a wonderful submission. Only that can only happen if Nigerians come together, but we cannot continue to hide inside our house or behind the keyboard and be saying, no, they're not going to listen to us, they're not going to listen to us. We have not tried at all.
That's the problem.
Yes, because everybody is just saying they will not do this, they will not listen, they will
They
not.
will listen.
We are not even on the street. Nobody's coming now. Nobody's doing anything. All our complaints is just inside our house. Maybe that's also one of the reasons why we are where we are
Sorry
today.
to interject you, Mr. Nadal. You heard what this man said, Uzodima, Imo State. He said that Nigerians they are happy with APC. What did he say? Nigerians are happy with APC. Wike said that Nigerians are happy with
We
Tinubu.
talked about it yesterday. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
God bless you. Thank you. All right. Let me quickly move on to the next person now. I appreciate every one of you. Let me come to Black Panther. Black Panther, thank you very much, sir, for your time with us today. Good evening to you. Please, I would like you to talk to us. Black Panther,
Skip me now.
Okay, all right. Okay. After Mr. Jonathan, I will come back to you again. If you're not available, we'll be taking our final submission. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir, for coming back on the panel. Please talk to us. Good evening to you once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, and thanks to all the panelists. Thanks to all the submission that has been made so far today. Really appreciate everyone. The reason why the conversation on the going on today has been very interesting. But for me, I just want to dwell on this NADECO issue. I want to dwell on this NADECO because I know there are some supporters of NADECO. And the lady, Madam, that spoke before the last speaker,
Madam Busy Brace.
Madam Busy Brace. She asked some, exactly the questions that I have on my mind for so long. She just asked those questions. What is the role of NADECO? Has NADECO done anything, that has actually brought change to Nigeria? This idea, please, Nigerians, don't let us be deceived. I want a good Nigeria. I want a better Nigeria. I want Nigerians in a country that will be beneficial to us, to our children, and even our unborn children. That is my dream, and I believe that is the dream, that is the aspirations of many Nigerians, millions of Nigerians, majority of Nigerians. So I want to set that record straight. Now, with NADECO, see, it is just same old. All the people, I want somebody on this platform, and I know there's going to be someone that will come up and want to defend, want to respond to that. Every member of NADECO, the so-called NADECO, that they said they fought for democracy, please, aside from those ones, that are no longer with us, may their soul rest in perfect peace. We know all of them. Adefarati, Bisi Onabanjo, the former governor of Bola Ige, and so many of them. Aside from those, please, I want someone to mention to me today, because I believe that even many people that are joining the bandwagon of NADECO today don't even know the history of NADECO. And that is what I want to talk about. See, every member of NADECO that are still alive today, the so-called NADECO, every single one of them, they are part of this ABC now. They have benefited from the previous, from 1999 to date. They have benefited. And they are still part of it. We know the metamorphosis that took place from AD to AC to APC. We know all of that. And now they are just transforming and changing. So for me, NADECO has not really done anything. Why do I say so? What are my reasons? Why has NADECO been so quiet, even throughout the board? Let's come to, because I know so many people don't know this history as much, you know, as it should be, even before you want to dwell with it or talk about it. So let's dwell on the last 8 years, because I know a lot of people, at least, we still have memory of the last 8 years. What is NADECO's position between 2015 to this present electoral dispensation, this current one that just ended? What has been NADECO's position? Please, somebody will come and tell me any footprint, any statement, any position on anything, on any way and manner the economy, security, economy problem, security issues, you know, marginalization issues. What is NADECO's position? Please, at least give me one, and then we can dwell on that.
Oh, Jonathan, that was why I was asking, because
yeah,
I didn't see.
I don't even want to go to 1993, you know, 92, 93, the Abiola issue, how they came, you know, how they, you know, the emergence of NADECO, how they came together and all the rest. See, I will give you names. Baba Professor Wole Soyinka, what's his position today? What Baba Soyinka was a member, a supporter. If he would not come out and claim that he's a member, at least he's a supporter of NADECO. Ayo Opadokun, their spokesman, most recent spokesman. What's his position today? Where is he today? Where is Ayo Opadokun today? Where is Ude? There's one barrister, one lawyer called Ude, Olive Ude. What's his position today? Ude was their spokesman right after the election in 2023. Ude was very vibrant throughout NADECO fight. Was very, very vibrant. If you follow NADECO from 1993, please go and check the name called Olive Ude. And what is Olive Ude? Who is a barrister, a lawyer, but at least Nigerian standard, they call themselves learned and well respected. Is in that basket. He was the first person to issue a statement after Tinubu was selected, that it was a testament to NADECO's fight, that Tinubu's emergence, selection, was a reward for NADECO's struggle. These are the people. See, for me as a person, as a Nigerian, don't let us please deceive ourselves. NADECO is a body, fine, with like-minded Nigerians, probably, but please, NADECO is not the way out for Nigeria, because I see them as one of those group of people that will use their influence, get into power, and then it will be same old. And what they do is that at the end of the day, most of them will be called into the government. Almost all of them participated during Obasanjo administration. Almost all of them participated at one point or the other during Jonathan's administration. The one man that is standing right now, Pa Adebayo. Pa Adebayo is the one man standing. And I can even tell you, based on the facts and antecedents that has happened, that even those that are no longer alive today, if some of them were still alive, they probably, most likely, they will have joined too. So that is just the issue as far as NADECO is concerned. So we should not put our bet on NADECO. The issue is that, okay, fine, they are there in the US, they have this, they have the capacity to come out and make a statement and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, when you look at the antecedent, what has happened through NADECO? Of course, this present man emerged through NADECO, In fact, what they are saying right now, the supporters of NADECO that are benefited from this destruction of Nigeria from 1999 to date, what are they saying now? What is one of their claims? Is that when Tinubu was fighting for NADECO, that nobody talked about his academic credentials. Nobody talked about whether he went to school. It is now that they are now talking about it, that we should forget about that. That's NADECO for you. So what am I saying? Is that it shouldn't be something that we shouldn't, lay all hopes on NADECO. That is my point. That is the point that I'm trying to. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So we know them, each and every one of them. And also, anyway, Mr. Elvis, is my time up?
I told you rounding up now.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So I just want to talk on the, and I'm ready. Maybe I know there could be some question on this NADECO issue. I think the time is right to actually discuss it, because now that it's all over the space and people are talking about it, I think it is a good time to discuss the issue of NADECO, so that we don't make the same mistake over and over and over again. So we don't just make the same mistake. Somebody talked about sabotaging. This is part of it. This is just part of it. This is how normally it all starts. People will come, Nigerians will put their trust on them, and at the end of the day, they will be bought over. Each and every one of them will be bought over. Those that are talking right now, that are in NADECO right now, see, if they receive any, let them come out. Because since the last election of February 25th, I've never seen any one of them that strongly, come out as far throughout, even after the judgment of the Supreme Court. I've never. If there is, somebody should please bring it out and let's talk about it. As far as the electoral issue is concerned in Nigeria, see, relying on the National Assembly to get this done is just a dream. It's a dream. That will not, in your widest imagination, that will not happen. That will not happen. It is the Nigerian people that will take back their country themselves. Somebody talked about Sri Lanka. It is that way, that method. That is the way we will take Nigeria back. The National Assembly will do nothing. They will do nothing. It is just, the National Assembly is an extension of Aso Rock. It's just it's an office, or it's just like an office, an Aso Rock office, just situated on a different location. It's just the same. There's no disparity at all. No checks and balances, nothing. So relying on the National Assembly to do anything is just that is a mirage. It will never happen. It will never happen. Have you seen, even in the last week, when the leadership of the opposition, and we're talking about a new Nigeria. This National Assembly, just last week, they said their opposition. The opposition that it is the Senate president that is appointing leaders for the opposition. How could that be? That the Senate leaders will be conniving with the opposition, with PDP now, so that they can put someone here who is just a stooge of PDP as the leader of the opposition. Then the Labour people protested. In fact, whether their protest was genuine or not, one could not really say what the Labour Party were protesting for, because normally the position that are available in the National Assembly or in the Senate should be shared among the various opposition groups, so that they will be vibrant, they will be strong. It's not that all the positions, all the National Assembly positions that are available for opposition will be eaten up and taken up by one party. Then there is no opposition. But if they really, especially at this time, if they really want a change, if PDP is truly committed, and they are talking about, the other day, I know they are talking about coming together, you can see how selfish how self-centered, talking about Niger the other day. You can see how selfish, how selfish that could be. And fast forward, a few days later, at the National Assembly, they took up all the positions that are meant for opposition. And you are talking of Niger. So the National Assembly, don't let us waste our time on that. If the issue is that Nigerians will take Nigeria for themselves, nobody is going to do it for us. It is Nigeria. There is no, see, the best NADECO will give us is the awareness to go out there, especially outside Nigeria, within the international community, to go out there and speak and bring some voice, a louder voice to this whole issue of Nigeria. That, yes, we are all in for it. If they come to the UK, people will come out and support them. We are all in for it. That's what they can do. But in terms of NADECO being the champion, the overall champion of this process, I don't see that happening for the fact that I have raised earlier. So those are my position, as far as the NADECO issue is concerned. I will leave it at that.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Just for education. So from your submission, are you of an opposing view that NADECO was part of the reason why Babangida left the scene because of the pressure?
That's anybody who wants to that view, that's a wrong view. That's completely wrong, and that is debatable. First of all,
Mr. Jonathan, can I interject you?
I know. Yes, please.
Can I interject you?
Yes.
See, Mr. Jonathan, when we are talking about to the people, when you are talking about the people, every organization has its own defect. You don't muddle things up. You don't say the negative part elaborately to the people. Then you are confusing them by doing that. They will see you as they won't understand you anymore. What you need to do, the way we are now, you have to talk basically on the positive side, because in an organization, there's always a defect, there's Judas, but the preambles of the organization itself, the aim and objective of the organization itself is what you should look. NADECO collapsed after the emergence of the civilian. That was their aim and objective, to collapse the military, and they collapsed, and most of the leaders died. Majority of the leaders died. So it was then it collapsed. So the founding, all the people you're seeing here, they were all carrying bags for the leaders. They were not part and parcel of it. So when you see the defect taking effect, having an effect on so many things, you don't need to elaborate on them. That is part and parcel of the corruption we have all over the place. But what you should note here is that I have been part and parcel. I was one of the cell created them. So I know their modus operandi, their aim and objective, and their modus was very, very good. And if you don't know the modus operandi and operation on how they went about it, you won't see them. You only see them on paper. But what is on ground, deeply, they were the one doing it, and money was being disbursed from so many cells to activate things in the institution, in the College of Education, another place. Pressure was coming from different angles. This was the cell created to mount pressure, and from international wing, they created pressure there. These were the people that were speaking for the Nigerian people, but there was no one basically to speak. And you cannot operate nor change the government by just saying the people should go out. You cannot just go out. Even in other countries, they have structures that made them to go out. Those structures will now sit down and talk on how they are going to do it. So when you don't dismantle your structure in an open place, that they didn't do it. They did it. I am telling you, I'm confirming it for you now. Anybody out there, what I'm saying that knows the modus should come out and tell me that I'm lying. So when you give, you need to go. But when you see the defect of the NADECO itself, people are coming out. Those are they are bad carriers for the founding fathers of NADECO. The founding fathers, their aim and objectives was to take Nigeria back to democratic structure, was to push the military out. And they have another strategic group that created CEL, and they have another group that speaks with Parliament in the UK and in the US. So those groups, and they have the PRO group, those that will be going to the press. These were restructured organizations. So we cannot just come here and you think Nigeria came out like that? No. The youth union bodies were coerced into it. The NLC were coerced into it. That is where there was a rebate of coalitions of what do you call it, the aggressive movement, the coalition of all the human rights movement. They made it to be formed. Falana was part of it. Falana brought about that one because he was handling one of the wing, and he brought about that one. So there are so many people that I don't want to name their names here. But when you are outside, you see it as if, oh, they did not do anything. This was a structured, and it was funded not in naira, was in dollars, and they found the funds were coming in as usual. That was why it was successful. But you won't see it. But the plan was drawn, and the military saw it. That was why the military were going after them, but they couldn't get them because they were operating outside the country. So let us not mundo things up. Let us not say this because the people cannot themselves fight.
All right, Oga Black Panther, that's fine. Everybody are learning from each other's here. We are learning from you, learning from Mr. Jonathan, and many others here. So even the information that you guys are giving right now, I don't have full knowledge of it, to be honest. So I'm also listening to you guys and learning from you guys. So I'm happy that you guys are here at the right time to answer these questions. So Black Panther, please give your submission now. We're supposed to have some kind of conversation today, but it's not going to be possible today. I think we should put it on Monday where everybody will be available to.
No, let us put it on Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday is better. Yeah, the video is
it's better.
But let's put it
Wednesday is better. Yeah.
Okay.
Oga Elvis, which conversation is that one now?
You will be part and parcel of it.
No, it's it's a conversation. Black Panther actually requested.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Black Panther. I was saying.
But I was talking.
Sorry about that. Fine.
All right. It's about the audio of Chetima and Black Panther. Please, can you respond to that, please?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nagawash, and thank you, everybody. I will speak on my own section now. Let me just take it holistically. Thank you very much, and thank you, every speaker that has spoken. And I want to say here is that what is going on.
No. Please, can you respond to Madam Busy Brace first concerning the Wednesday?
Mr. Elvis, you didn't allow
Okay, let me respond.
Mr. Elvis, please, you didn't allow me to respond to Black Panther.
No, you hold on. Now we are talking about different things. Now let's finish with this thing.
Okay, Madam Busy Brain, it's all about what is happening in Lagos now and what is happening in the north and in Lagos. So the first phase is about to be concluded, and they are moving over. They are doing it pari passu. So I want to correlate it with the conversation between Chetima and former Ogun State governor. So yes, so we're going to hear the word, and we're going to see the word made manifest, because the word of man is who he is, and we are going to be judged by every word from our mouth. So that is what I want to do.
Thank you. Thank you, ma. Mr. Jonathan, go ahead, respond so that he can take his turn as well, so that we can round up.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I just want to respond quickly to Black Panther's comment with respect to NADECO. And I was saying that, for every organization, right, they always, or most reasonable organization, they have a mission. And in most cases, their mission is always well stated. And they are always, good organization. Those mission or vision, whatever, they're always good. They are always good. So NADECO is not an exception. Their statement, their vision, what they want for Nigeria, yes, it is good. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is that those people that constituted the NADECO as a group, because you can't put something on nothing, it has to be run by people. What I'm saying is that the people that run NADECO, as we know it, where they got their name from, or what we call their glory from, quote and unquote now, is the fact that most of these people have one way or the other turned around to be part of the problem that we have in Nigeria, without any exception. That is what I'm saying. And concluding that going forward, that mistake should not be made again. That is my position as far as NADECO is concerned. We should not just rush to them, because you have to know people. People must have conviction that no matter what, they will stay. Can you imagine if NADECO, as it stands in 1993 to date, stood their ground? Every one of them, every member of them, they still stood their ground. They have not served any government at all in Nigeria. Do you know where we'll be now in Nigeria? It will be a different story. That is my point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much. Black Panther, please give your submission now. Thank you.
Okay. I want to thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. I want to thank everyone for what you have been doing. And I want to thank most especially panelists. Despite we have our Royal Rumble sometime, it's all bent to correct some issues and get the people educated. What we are doing here is to get the people enlightened and give them more information, because information is what the people need. And information is food to human spirit. So we need to continually feed them. By the time you're fed, well fed, the food will start showing and the reaction will come up. That is what we are doing. Mr. Niger, I want to thank you. I want to thank Madam Rita for exceptional, the courage she has to state some issues. Like I told everyone, we have to take this loghead to the conclusion. We don't have to be angry at each other because we made some statement. And she made statement about people like that deceive, the target traitor. I would say they are traitors, they are deceivers. They mention of Awolowo. We shouldn't take it as a sectional thing. She was just making an example. That is why I said one thing. In this thing we are, you have to detribalize yourself so that you can focus, because you are going to get this, because every tribe is going to get its own woto. So it is better we do it, but don't take it as an offensive thing that is deliberate. She's just making an example of it all. And when we are speaking, we see ourselves, we are speaking, not hitting on a particular tribe. We are all trying to come together. We are all trying to say our deficiency on how we, messed it up, and we'll come to a round table and how we're going to mold it and move ahead. So she was not really hitting on the West. Don't take it like that. She was giving an example. And she can also give an example concerning the East, the South, the North. She can give examples. But she brought that example so that, because she wanted to protest her point and show it to all. And I want to say she did a good job. And those that reacted, you shouldn't see it as one-sided. She was just giving an example. So we have to face it headlong. Be ready for more. I want to say something here. Mr. Niger Watch, you know the reason why they are attacking you. And you're going to get more attack. The more they attack you, the more you are being showcased to the world. The more YouTube will focus on you and blow what you are saying. Because anybody that is saying the truth will always be attacked not to say the truth. And you see, this your channel. You don't know how you're operating. I believe you don't know how you come out. You don't see yourself come out. It is destined that you must do this. Because if you want to do it because you just want to do it, you won't get to this stage. But you are doing it because something is driving you as a force. And that force is a good force, driving you to a conclusion that you will see and you'll be happy. There is always a dull moment, there's always a depressed moment, but you will see that you always overcome it. If you look at it, you always overcome it. That is to tell you that it is destined that you must do this to a conclusion. It look rough, but you are going to be showcased for the rest of the world to see that there is a man that can shout from the wilderness. He will be consistent to the latter. It is not by your power, but something God has put in you is driving you to a positive end. So people will come in, they are wondering, you are not deviated. And we also, we have not deviated. If you check all the channels, they've all deviated. They will abuse the Nigerians. They will talk on issues. They will go to international, other countries, rumble it just to get things rolling. But we are not only getting things rolling, we are educating and hitting hard, checkmating even the government, doing things and bringing forth solutions. That is what we are doing. We are educating ourselves. We are digging hard, digging deep, and we are bringing our solution. What I want to say here is that we are doing a good job. We are doing a really good job. And I thank you for what you are doing. And then Mr. J, I call you Mr. J. You're also doing a good job. But I want us to look at it, like I said, it's going to be bitter. But we have to know that we are not speaking to attack one particular person, one particular tribe. We are trying to adjust and mend things. You can also bring something up from the Benin axis, somebody that did something wrong. It's not going to affect us, but we are going to speak to it. We are going to overcome it. So on the NADECO issues, we should always know, you, Mr. J, you spoke right. But what I was saying is that you were particular about the defect. You pay less, 20% to the defect, and you pay 80% to the positive side, so that the people will know that there was a structure, and that structure was taken to the latter, despite they lost the founding fathers, and they were collapsed because the aim objective was accomplished. The objective was to make sure that power is transferred to the civilian and let the civilian do it. And they said one thing that the civilian did not do. They said they were going to give Nigeria a brand new constitution. That has been the problem. But corruption, as you all know, have a role to play, and our tribalism also have a role. That was the force of the founding father that was going to give Nigeria a new constitution that is done by the people. That is why the likes of us are still pushing for that last portion of the objective to be done. Agbado knows it. Even the PRO knows it. That was the last drop. That finally we are going to get the new constitution. That is why you see all this rumble and jumble from the northern part of the country. And basically, it's not the entire north. It's from one particular section, the race that they say they don't have a home, and that's the Fulani class. They are now our brothers because we accepted them. Yes, immigration is all over the world. We accept anybody. Likewise, you and I accepted into some other countries. Yes, it is done. It has been there. The Israelites did it. God made them to do it, and it will going to continue till Jesus Christ come. So they are part and parcel of us. They are our brothers. But there's one thing that they are trying to do. They are trying to separate us using religion and tribe. That is what we are against. But some of us are traitors, and they are trying to bend things around. But we are not going to agree. We are going to continue to fight to get the foundation of Nigeria intact, so that the structures that we have can begin to speak for us. You see, there's one force behind when you come together and talk. That is why you see organizations like those NADECO now, they fought together, they had a law, they fought together, and they got to a conclusion. That thing is there. But when you don't have a good foundation, you expect something good to come out of that shaky foundation, it's not going to work. It's never going to work. That was how our brother said something about the constitution. I've been the one shouting about NADECO. And I thank God they came up because I knew what they did. I knew the structural organization, which was almost to the perfect, which brought Nigeria up. Nigeria focused and they fought the military junta. It is not just because, oh, we are suffering. The people will just come to the street and fight. No, people will just, fall for unknown just cause. Let's be structural. Let's structural and bring the people out. Like what you see during the NSAS. It was structural, only that they didn't allow the head to come. Why? I knew why they didn't allow it, because of corruption. That's why they didn't allow it. But it was structural. They did it. You see the medicals, you see everything. That is how it works. They move and they actualize. They brought the president to the knee. That is it. So we should know that we have to be organized to move. And Mr. Najawa said, how are they going to remove it? Look, Mr. Najawa, they can remove any illegitimate government. That is why you see he's arresting people. He knows they can remove him. That is why he's arresting people. So they can remove him because the whole thing that brought him was a defect. If they remove him today, the whole world will support the new government that removed him. I'm telling the truth. That is how it is. When anything is a defect, when the opposition come up and remove, they can remove him because even the judiciary, there was a defect. We know they didn't interpret the constitution. We know we can challenge them. So that is it. So, Mr. Najawa, I just want to say that this should, so which was one advice I will also give is that we should watch out for people trying to come to change the narrative here because they knew we are focused. They don't know the kind of force that is pushing us. They know we are focused. That is why they come in to change the narrative. Thank you, Mr. Najawa.
Thank you. God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, you are right. Some of them try to come in here to change what we stand for. Yeah, but we know how to handle them. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Not everything that I pass to you guys here. Some people come into this channel every single day, but I don't talk about it. I handle them behind the scene, So that's what we do. And those of them that manage to come in, and bring in a confusing and distracting submission that will bring problem here. But if your submission is not aligning to our own, that's not a problem. But if you have a mission, obviously people will know. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Yes, everybody have given their submission. We need to round up today. We're already 4 hours now. Normally, when I was coming out today, I thought I'm just going to do, because I have proposed that this my Saturday and Sunday shouldn't be more than 2 hours. But look, now we still end up, we are here 5 hours. So let's do two minutes final submission. I'm sorry that is very low, 2 minutes, so that we can round up. May God bless you all. I'm going to start with Mother Busy Brace, then come to Mr. Kenny. Mother Busy Brace, please give us your final submission. Thank you.
Okay, Elvis, I don't really have much to say, only to call on our Niger people, only to call on unity, only to call on staying true to ourselves. The moment one of us sell out, it means we are setting ourselves backwards. Once we put ourselves together and are in a trajectory of moving, heading in a direction of trying to get our nation back, let us bear the inconvenience. Let us bear the hardship. It is called sacrifice. That you sacrifice today can only mean you are going to reap bountifully tomorrow. If you sell out today, you will be like the Judas that he did not even use the money. In Judas's time, he fell and he broke they say his bowel busted open. In this age, we have things that you don't have to climb to bust your belly. We have things like cancer that can come and take care of you. We have things like all those multiple sclerosis, all those unexplainable illnesses that can come and take care of you if you sell out. So that money, you will look for it. You will use that money to look for cure you will not find. Bear the consequences of the fight for today. I know a lot of Nigerians that are sitting down in their houses, it's not just fear that is even keeping them bondage. It is the fact that they don't want to move away from their uncomfortable discomfort. They would rather stay in that discomfort or uncomfortable position and suffer all the disdain, the ridicule that is going on. Because with this hopeless and this wicked and the shetimas and all these evil goons, they are sitting down there laughing at us, saying, because we are not doing anything. You think they don't really know that we are not happy? When a wicked said Nigerians are happy with Tinubu, when is it Uzodimma that said Nigerians are happy with, sorry?
2 minutes now be give.
When he, I'll soon round up now. When he said he was happy, we are happy with APC. Do you think that they don't know? They are mocking us. It was mockery. They are making jest of us. They've seen us as clowns. So Nigerians, please bear with the process. Nothing worth it will come easy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Busybreast. Yes, nothing good evil comes easy. So we all know that. So it's up to the people, the Nigerians in Nigeria. So let's move on now to Mr. Kenny. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Please, you have 2 minutes for final submission.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't really have much to say. What I want to say is that we have to fight. This fight is not going to come easily, but we will be victorious at the end. INEC must give account to the Nigerians, not the president. This should be our fight, and we will succeed in Jesus' name. And God bless every one of you, and God bless you, Mr. Naija Watch. Big thanks.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Jonathan, please give us your final submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone. I just want to, use this few 1 or 2 minutes to encourage every Nigerian that the truth must be told at all times. That is the only way we can salvage anything that is still remaining at all, if there is any at all in Nigeria. And I want to also use this time to call on the Nigerian judiciary, that the judiciary in Nigeria still have the opportunity to redeem itself. That institution, that body of the Nigerian of government, they still have the opportunity to redeem. That body still have the opportunity to redeem itself going forward, rather than getting the country deeper and deeper into destruction. The opportunity is still there for them to redeem the country, because let's make no mistake about it, without the rule of law, we don't have a country. We just don't have a country. What is happening in the National Assembly is as a result, what we're seeing there, day in, day out, playing out every day. As if there is no country. They just sit down there as if they are attending a social party. It's an indication of the destruction of the rule of law. That is what we're seeing. I'll call on them to come together, because that is the only way. The Nigerian opposition must come together. Whether you are PDP, Labour Party, NNPP, SDP, they must come together in that chamber, in that National Assembly, and work together. Without that, the issue of reforming the Electoral Commission, getting the executive, getting the president out of the way from appointing INEC chairman and all, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And they know this for a fact. They know that this is the truth. That without them coming together to work as a force, because that's a common enemy that they have to fight that common enemy, and then they can now go back and work within their individual parties. So I'm calling on them. That is the hope that we have standing. Otherwise, it is for Nigerians to do what is needful. I want to thank you, Mr. Elvis, for the opportunity. Thanks to all the panelists and all the brilliant submission today. Thanks to everyone. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
God bless you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Black Panther, I beg, give us your final submission. 2 minutes.
Okay, my final submission is going to be like this. I want to say more grace to all the freedom fighters, more grace to Nigeria Watch, more grace to all the people are submitting information to boost the morals of the people. I say more grace to everyone. We are going to get there. We will get there. We are about to enter the first phase, second phase. We will get it. Just be calm, be positive, and stay focused. We are going to get it. These people, we are going to get it. The structures are being built now, outside and inside. I thank God the NADECO are in now. We start to build all the structures back. We are going to get it. We will do it more than what we did before. And all of us, we join hands because we now have a positive train that we can all jump into and move like look like a cheetah and get what we want. Thank you, Mr. Nigerian.
Black Panther, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, my people. Yes, we've come to the end of this broadcast today. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for your time with us today. For those of you that joined the panel, I want to say I'm very, very grateful, my people. You guys are doing wonderfully well, and we are learning from each other on this platform every day. Thank you very much, my people. Mother Busy Breeze, I really appreciate your time with us today. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, Mr. Black Panther, and Mr. Kenny. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Patricia Tagbojumi, for coming in earlier on. Thank you, Mother Rita, and every other people right there. For those of you that called into the show as well, I appreciate you all. On the comment section, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. We appreciate you for all you do for us here. Thank you, Mike Akimbari. Thank you so much. I can see you right there. Good night to you as well. Good night to everybody. Constant, can see you. Mother Rita on the comment section as well. Abo Azi, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please allow us to round up the broadcast today. I want you guys to understand with us. We are trying to cap our Saturdays and Sundays to 2 hours. That's fine, just do it and and go. Yesterday we were here for 6 hours, so yeah, today now 4 hours. So obviously by God's grace, let's see how it goes tomorrow again. Our Monday to Friday now, Monday to Friday, we've proposed 3 hours for our maximum stay, except in exceptional circumstances like yesterday. Yes, in a broadcast that we cannot really cut short, then we allow it to flow. Like Wednesday now, who knows, maybe that one might jump out of 3 hours. But nevertheless, I want you guys to understand that, because some of you might be, might just want to join us now and you not get to realize, Nigeria was not closed already. If we don't close this time, yes, change is inevitable. Yes, that's one thing that we must understand. Like I said yesterday, by God's grace, sometime soon, we're going to be having some new face here that will be joining me for the moderating of this broadcast, which I can take some rest for myself. But the but on that is that when they are here, they might likely just going to deal with calls only, do the presentation and take calls only. Nobody will be allowed to join them on the broadcast. As you all can see, that we get continuous attack every day from here, from different angles. So they know that I can handle them. Yes, they know I can handle these satanic people know I can handle them. But I cannot guarantee that my staff can handle them. So they'll take just calls. But whenever I'm here myself, my people will be here with me. We'll talk like this. Black Panther will deal with a weapon. I'll deal with my weapon. Madam Busybro will deal with her weapon. Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, Kenny, everybody will carry their weapon. Will they wait me? They come. Fear not go let them come, because they know say men they here. And everything. So I appreciate to our people. My God, I go bless them. But if not because of wickedness and I don't know Why will you be, attacking somebody that is crying for a better Nigeria? Somebody that is telling his government to do the right thing. Why will you be attacking us? But remember, whoever that is planning evils against us or mentioning our names on our behalf, in anything bad, God Almighty will continue to handle them in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. May God bless you, all my people. I'm just doing my part. I'm not against anybody. I just want a better country, even though I know I'm living in a better country. You see, I'm supposed to be selfish to say, okay, not consign me, I'm good. But still, I'm doing this. But thank God, we had a very, very important topic today that I'm supposed to discuss here. But because of the situation of our country, I cannot discuss it. But everybody talking about it. We have so many topics that we're supposed to talk about. We don't talk about it. Just politics, 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 because we want a better country, a country that we can be proud of. Many of us living in abroad right now. Yes, one way or the other, we've achieved all those things that we want to achieve, things that we secretly begged God to give to us. We've gotten all of them, but to go back to Nigeria now to relocate back home is a big problem for so many of us, because the country is not welcoming at all. It's not, I don't know how to describe it. But like I normally say, in our time, we'll have a better Nigeria. In our time, I hope so. And I keep my fingers crossed for that to happen. Thank you very much, my people. Peggy Modi, thank you very much. Mr. Ike, thank you, sir. Good evening to you. It's good to see you. It's good to hear from you. Thank you very much, Obiajulu. I can see you right there. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, my people. Alice Onofeta, thank you very much. Now, God, I will bless every one of you. Thank you. Patricia Nofe, my sister, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I would like to appreciate Mr. Joseph Orji. Thank you so much, sir, for the support, financial support earlier on. May God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Please help us to press on that like button before you go. It's very, very important. Press on it. Copy the link. Help us to share. Let our voices go far. For those of you that are going to be playing back this video, please always press on the like button. Don't just watch our video you did not without pressing on the like button. Share our videos as well. Subscribe to our channel in case you have not done that. And some people subscribe, but they don't remember to press the notification bell, because I received some messages from you guys telling me that Nigeria Watch, I know they know when you go live and all that. So we have also started now sending links to people privately. Those people, we have their numbers, so we are doing our best. Also try to do your own best, my people. Now God bless you. Now take care, and I'll see you guys again by God's grace tomorrow 6 p.m. Nigeria time. Bye for now.
Yeah.